Brandon from Big Rock Landscaping here. Let's talk drought-resistant yards. What are the biggest watering mistakes I see people make in their yard? Their neighbor tells them you should only be watering your grass for this long. That's a load of crap. Every yard is different. Soil conditions are different. Vegetations are different. But the other thing is the sprinklers are different. Every head can put out a different amount of water. So just because your neighbor Bob says to water your turf for 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes a day, that doesn't mean anything. So make sure you understand your system, how much water it's putting out, and what the needs are of the vegetation. Is there a good way to tell if you're overwatering your grass? One great way is to find out how deep your root system is. The only way to do that is to take a sample and see if your roots are 2 inches, 3 inches, or 3 feet deep. You want your roots to be going for water, going down deeper, which is a result of watering properly, watering the right amount of time. Some tips that I have for maintaining your yard during a drought. When it comes to turf, make sure that you cut your lawn longer. Cut it at about a 4-inch height. That way you're not having to keep moisture going. It will need less, you'll have to maintain less, but it's also healthier for the lawn. So cut it longer. The other things are going to be maintaining your yard by keeping the weeds out so that the weeds aren't taking the available moisture from the plants, from the turf. So keep your yard maintained. And then obviously managing and watching over your irrigation system to make sure you're not overwatering or, on the other hand, underwatering. What should you plant during a drought? I say plant almost anything you want, with exceptions, but you need to plant them properly and water them properly and maintain them properly. Even if you have water restrictions, we can get your plants to where the root zones are plenty deep and you can go days without watering them. Putting different nutrients and mulches to retain moisture around the root zone is also vital. But I'm a big proponent of designing your yard the way that you like, but watering it properly. When we discuss irrigation systems and what is the proper irrigation system, it's going to include a smart timer. It's going to include drip lines for your trees and shrubs. There's a number of different varieties of drip lines. Go to our blog and you'll find a number of different resources. The next thing is going to be proper spray heads or rotor heads for your turf and making sure that they are installed properly and with the correct nozzling. So how do I know what's best for my specific yard? We need to understand what is in our yard, from the type of grass to the type of plants. A great resource to find different watering techniques. Go to the Big Rock blog and there'll be endless amounts of information to help you figure out the best way to water your project or property. Even more landscaping questions? We've got landscaping answers and more at bigrockinc.com.